Hello, once again. For the next step, we're going to go over some fun stuff. Actually, two different subjects, destructive fees and predictions. They have to kind of go together in predictions. What a destructive fee is, it's a fee that is charged, but then those fees are destroyed. And what's really so innovative about and so exciting about destructive fees is they benefit everyone except for, let's say, spammers. So let's say spam or transactions go 10% above a 30-day moving average. Then you might have an additional fee. Instead of it costing, let's say, a penny to transfer $1 million to China, it would cost 5 cents. And 4 of those cents would be destructive fees. And why destructive fees are so creative and so exciting is they go nowhere. They cost the spammer 5 cents, but 4 of those get destroyed, and that benefits the miners and the whole network at large. The only one that hurts is the spammer itself. So what's really positive about that is every time you hear about a spam attack or whatnot, it's actually, from a psychological point of view, it's actually a good thing, because we know that the end result will not be 21 million coins, but 21 minus the destructive fees. Now, I predict, or I should say, I'm guessing around 150 billion market cap, so we're still a ways away. They'll start to introduce that, unless spam comes in greater waves before then they'll probably introduce that. And that's the one thing that every miner would adopt and agree in, because they want the value, as much value as possible, and that benefits everyone. So it's very creative, very awesome. And I also predict, or guess, or whatever you want to call it, that a Litecoin will do it at a much more accelerated rate. Going forward, once it hits that 150 billion Bitcoin and 50 billion Litecoin, they're going to go probably into a phase 2. And the phase 2 is going to be the introduction of actually using the coins or bits as converting them into storage or memory. Start off as a time-stamped memory on the actual blockchain, not on a secondary or third party, but on the blockchain. Once the value gets to a point where you can actually use that coin, not just for transferring value, but actually flip it and use it for time-stamped storage. We'll start off as a small megabytes. Bigger will be on the Bitcoin, lighter will be on the Litecoin. And those will be made up of mostly destructive fees. That way all the miners would agree, and the rest would go into short-term escrow on the storage, going to the cloud Tor type storage. And those will also be encrypted. I predict as these phases go on, we're going to see a lot of exciting things that I think are going to surprise a lot of people that, well, frankly, we're just thinking is just about money. But that's just the first phase. So I just wanted to put that out there. I'm going to keep it short. Destructive fees basically means the fee doesn't go. The problem with assessing the fees and giving them to the miners or giving them to the different resources is that would give them incentive to actually spam the network to get the higher fees. So by making sure no one benefits and spammers lose at the same time, it's really the only real outcome, and it benefits the whole network. I don't think they'll be introduced unless there's some hefty attacks, but I do think they're coming. Whether it be 100 billion or 150 billion market cap before they introduce the actual on blockchain timestamp storage is just a guess. But just putting it out there, so one more definition to kind of think about. There's literally hundreds of different applications, but it's fun just to think of a few without running on. Let's just think of email by itself. An email service that is Bitcoin email service, and you set the bar at whatever level you want. 100 bits, in order to send me email. And if it's from a real person and it's a legitimate, I say thanks, and the fee goes straight back to where it came from. If not, then I keep half of that and the other half get destroyed. That's basically how it works. You can apply it to anything. A Tor network, if you will, where to be a part of the network, you have to put up 1,000 bits. And this goes in a circle, and you have a 500 megabit storage file that is a part of everybody else's file. And it has regular audits. And those are real easy. They're all linked together. And one of the audits could be how many A's are in the document. I'm oversimplifying it. Or how many spaces. And as long as the blockchain adds up correctly, they can see instantly that the whole file is there, and that yet we all have just little pieces of the puzzle. That actually sounded complicated, but it really is not. Going forward, it's going to be a lot of exciting, simple to use, maybe a little complex on the design, but just like anything else in life, the computer we're talking on is almost impossible to explain, yet we use it. Using the transfer of value to weed out all spam is very exciting and very realistic, and I think it'll be applied real simple. There's lots and lots and lots of applications. Just pondering, you can just see every direction. There's a lot of benefits coming on the Bitcoin, Litecoin networks. They're still being developed. We're still in just the very, 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 very beginning stages. So it's almost hard to wait, but you can almost see down the road and see where it can be applied in so many different places. And it's very exciting. Can't wait. I literally cannot wait. So until next time.